Yo, Haven, Grand Rising, Supreme Shine, wherever you at in the world. Hopefully you are in a wonderful, magnificent mood. If you're not in a wonderful, magnificent mood, hopefully you will be by the end of this video. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. If you've been here from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Haven. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go up. Yo, Haven, what's good? Yo, listen, I just got up. It's 12:47 p.m. Listen, I got up, hit my jibs, did what I had to do, right? Got dressed, hopped straight on YouTube. So I woke up like this. Well, let me rephrase that, because I don't wake up, I rise. So I rose like this. Let's get it, yo. What's good, Haven? Yo, I want to say, I don't know. I'm in a little, you feel me? I'm feeling good, but I'm just getting started, as y'all can see. Anyhow, anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold, as the Most High uses you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. It will be returned 100-fold. Peace and prosperity, grace, gratitude, and thanks, and never goes unnoticed. It really does help the channel, foundation, and my well-being. If you would like to do the same, hit the links in the description or the about tab on the channel, because it really does help and it never goes unnoticed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, Kennedy, I gave you my epic name so you could add me whenever I do hop on. You feel me? Yo, Haven, let's get it. In this video, we'll be looking at random videos that my newsfeed wanted us to see. Let's just go with that. Let's get it, Haven. This one is kind of long. It's like an hour-long video, so I'm gonna try not to pause it and talk so much. I ain't gonna lie to you. This chair does get uncomfortable, so yeah.
I thought it might be fake for this photo supposedly is beyond the ice wall.
And it's not that I can't get a chair. I could have been got a chair, but it's really like I'm working with what I got, because we got to get the necessities, the things that's mandatory. I want a new desk, but I have a desk. Why do I want a new desk? Because I'm not happy with my current desk. So I don't need a desk. I want it. Do I have a chair that I'm sitting on? Yes. Is it the best chair? No. Do I have a chair though? Yes. So do I need a new one? I want a new one. You get what I'm saying? So balance and realism, I want to say. Like, I like to be realistic. You get what I'm saying? Realist. I don't even know what's the term for that, but yeah, let's get it.
But then I took a closer look, and it's actually a higher resolution than I thought it would be. And it doesn't have a lot of the qualities that you would see in an AI generated photo.
Y'all remember this? We saw this a while back.
And look at all the intricate details.
We started these videos a year ago, baby.
I know there's a lot of
baby. The journey has been beautiful.
Cities underneath the ice caps, and even on the other side of these ice caps. And there's even maps out there, which I am going to show one. So could these maps show beyond the ice wall? And also, are there passages where you can get beyond the ice barrier as well?
Now, this city might not even be past the ice wall. It might just be somewhere in Antarctica. A photo of like a military base or a whole different group of people that got leaked. But if it was on this map, I would say it would be in one of these openings here, because there is land here. There is possibility for vegetation to grow. But if it was on this, it might not even be past the ice wall.
The Sentinel's Gate. So what if there's a sentinel guarding that gate?
Might just be somewhere in Antarctica. A photo of like a military base or a whole different group of people that got leaked.
Gate. What if there's some type of Goliath, some type of guarding the gate?
On this map, I would say it would be in one of these openings.
The Serpent's Gate. Everybody want to know about the Leviathan and all of this, right? What if it's guarding the gate? What if they got these things put in place under certain conditions to, let's say, react in a very vicious way to any trespassers or voyagers or explorers. You get what I'm saying? We saw it on Godzilla, right? The way they was controlling Shimo. That's the female ice dragon, by the way. But anyway, you saw how they was controlling Shimo. You feel me? They got some on him. Feel me? Some type of frequency device or something that harms them to make them not like it. And then they obey because they don't want to undergo this pain and trauma that you are manipulating them with this so-called device. I'm just critically thinking here, and I'm asking for a friend. I don't know what the hell was that. Oh, it's a piece of hair. Wow. Anyway, forget asking for a friend. I'm wondering for a friend because a lot of people don't be wondering these things.
Things here because there is land here. There is possibility for
I don't know.
vegetation.
I rose this rising. Something about darkness and famine while I was resting. I don't really know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but something about darkness and famine. Yo, listen, when we get into these notes next season, because it's already the season of fall, but I'm kind of thinking like a few months prior to the new year, which is in March/April, right? So I don't know, but long story short, I want to discuss these notes and see if we could dissect these things and make it connect, make it make sense. Because some of my notes are clear and some of them are like, well, what does that mean? Like cliffhanger vibes almost. But yeah, I said I wasn't gonna pause it so much, so let's get it. Anyways, future reference, you guys let me know, right? I don't, like I said, this shit gets uncomfortable sometimes. I don't be wanting to sit here for no hour every rotation. And so, right, not that I don't mind. Of course I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. I love y'all. I'll come vibe out with y'all. But would you guys mind, like, sometimes if I'm not in the mood to sit here on a chair, be on camera, things like that, would you guys mind if I orchestrate, you know, like an intro, like we always do, the video, like the body, but without me reacting to it? So it'll be full screen, and then the end of the video would be like an outro. You know, I was thinking about doing that in the previous rotation because I wasn't in the mood to upload. But I'm like, you know what? I don't know if they're gonna like that. I don't know if they're gonna mind. So I would rather ask them before I just do it. So let me know.
Bro, just remember what Admiral Byrd said on his mission over there when he saw green, lush fields of grain.
That is what I really wanted to get out about.
I thought it might be fake.
Oh man, come on, man. It's a rough start already. It's early, that's why. But you see where I got this from, right? I literally use that gong to activate and purify every bottle of water, every beverage I'm drinking, regardless. So what I'm trying to say is, TYJ, thank you. I use that regularly. Now let's skip up because we've seen this already. There's some type of gnat in here now. My door is closed, so how did that get here?
Lush fields of grain.
That is what I really wanted to get out about the basic cover-up. Okay. Now, with regard to people saying, what is the purpose of it? Okay, I have my own theory about that, and that again has come together with a recent interview that I watched. I should say it's a recent video, an article that I read about an older interview.
That's ridiculous.
And the interview was with a person that calls themselves a hybrid person. Okay, many of the people, patients in the Morgellons community, we try to find out what we have in common. Why us, right? Why us? Why are we the ones with all these symptoms? And a lot of us seem to think it's our background, our genetic background, our actual DNA. And many of us, even though we don't necessarily have Rh negative blood in us, we have it in our family, like our mother, for example. Like my mother had Rh negative blood.
You know how they say you see the best skies at the grocery store, right?
I never heard that, but
brother, what? We got a tornado warning, but fuck that. Look at this.
Right.
Look at this.
I gotta clear my sinuses. I'll be right back. All right, we back. We got a couple gems in this one with these random videos. These hour-long videos, I don't know, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. It'd be tough sitting here through that hour, I ain't gonna lie.
So I tried a new experiment. And I put a bunch of magnets in a bowl. It's only been freezing for like 3 hours, but there's 5 magnets in there. There is one on the bottom.
It looked like there was a current making it spiral.
There's
Obviously
one on
from
the
the
bottom.
magnetic
What
pole.
is happening?
See, these is what
Magnets
we need to be
clearly
doing
affect water.
experimenting.
I'm not sure how. I don't know the science behind it, but this is I mean, proof of the firmament?
I don't know how exactly, but can someone explain? I'll tell you one thing.
Yo, like, look at this. I'm kayaking in the middle of the city right now.
Yeah, we're gonna make it
That's the
happen one way or the
school car
other.
rider line.
Right, like it's nothing, casually. You feel me? One way or the
Yo,
other,
it's
we
getting
outside.
pretty wavy out here. Cause oh shit, I'm about to die. Fucking news is over there. It's Brian Chaz reporting live from St. Lucie County. Hopefully I don't die out here. Oh my God, guys.
Stop manifesting that, young one. Stop manifesting that, man.
There's a Dodge Charger over there getting pushed.
Oh, they ain't
It's
trying
not
to
a
leave
Hellcat or
that.
a Scat, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, we're flooded out here. Yeah, so the city's flooded. I'm in my kayak right now.
Yeah, he's ill with it.
Ain't gonna lie, we got about 2-3 feet of water. Down the whole block. Let's see if I can navigate through these treacherous waters. Actually, I'm gonna try to hit these waves. Hold on, y'all.
What is going on here?
I don't know, but that looks like
Wow.
the Amish.
What is going on?
I don't know. Does anyone else know what's going on?
Just take a look at how crazy this city look right now.
Yo, people be so nosy. You see that? Yo, that's crazy. I know y'all heard that. I'm gonna go check that out. And throws on his blinker. People be nosy. That shit is crazy.
Wow. What is going on? I'm gonna go check that out.
Just take a look at how crazy this city look right now.
Crazy. Yo, this video right here. This video makes me feel like I need that deadhead bicycle real soon, cause if things are gonna get like this almost all over the country, pardon, how we gonna navigate if you can't drive? You need dirt bikes and bicycles. 1 second. Someone is calling me in the house. I'll be back.
This is how 90% of the roads look. 90% of the roads. Trees everywhere. Out of the, oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. This is insane work to me right here. Like, just look. Bro, that's the whole road. This is supposed to be a street. It's like, and that's the highway. How the whole fucking highway flooded? God damn. Nah, they trapped us. They trapped us in town. It's flooded all over. The whole town is a power outage. None of the stores open. Oh my days. Fucking street. Jeez. Insane. Crazy, dude. This is the first time. Telephone pole. Like, Jesus, bro. In the
to drive in or out of town. Ever. Only way is like bicycles, scooters and shit.
That's the whole the street, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Jeez, just let me get out of your...
No, you're fine. I'm sorry.
praying for this town. I'm praying for this town.
Man, we done lost about 24,000 cool. Y'all better come get this shit for them young niggas come through.
Did you all hear about this? A strange sulfur-type odor that people are smelling from southern Washington state to northern Oregon? Yeah, people all over that area are reporting this overwhelming sulfur smell, and it's just getting worse. So where this is happening is a pretty large area. From southern Washington state, like I said, all the way down into Oregon. And it's not like 10 people reporting it or 20 people reporting it. It's hundreds, if not thousands. And it's all over the news up there. News channels in Washington and in Oregon. I don't know if you've ever experienced sulfur. Here it is in its rock form. But when it's ground down to dust, I know then it smells, and it smells bad. And you'll know, once it's smelt, it's been dealt. Some people have wondered if this could have anything to do with the Mount St. Helens volcano, but authorities are saying, no, it's still dormant. But I want to know, what do you think of this stinky story? Of this sulfur smell in the Pacific Northwest? What could it be? If you have any ideas, let me know. In the comment section, Booshkies. Shabadoo!
Yo, I like this dude, man. He's a fool with it. But anyhow, I'm back. Someone was calling me in the house. Yeah. They were seeing if I wanted something from BJ's. You know what I said? Get me the big bag of mixed nuts. Maybe some chickpea noodles. Yeah. Let's get it, Haven. Worms found while chicken is cooking Purdue chicken. I'm multitasking. Sorry, I told you I just got up. Doing a lot at once. Pardon if you feel like I'm walking away, coming back.
You didn't think I'd forgotten about our little island, did you?
Pushing the content
No name
Keep
unless
rolling,
you know
baby.
it. None of the apps like it. You can't even find it or Prince Edward Island. Need to Marion Island and like Bouvet. Poof, from 2017 to 2022. On this app, there's a weather marker, so you can see what the temperature is by Bouvet Island. Oh, what's this marker? Remove me, version 3. Dev test spot. Another dev test spot. Remove me 22. I hope they're not doing testing by our island. By the way, this report from the US Army Research Center is investigating gravity anomalies by Marion Island and Bouvet Island. I'm sure I'm not the only one missing the blob. I guess it was just a glitch. Oh, by the way, venomous snakes have been washing up on the shores of South Africa. Apparently most uncommon. They say strong sea currents are pushing them into colder waters. Even 500 turtle hatchlings also washed up. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. See you in the comments. Take care.
Bro, this is breaking news. I can't believe this is about to happen to America in 2 fucking days. I mean, you see everything that else has been going on. I can't believe they're hiding this from us. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel like the other things that have nothing to do with you, you can't control? When are you gonna wake the fuck up and realize that everything is trying to bring you down? Are you gonna go another year, King? Goddess, are you gonna go another year wasting your time with the fear-mongering, the shit that you can't control, that, you know, in a month from now, it'll be another thing. It'll be another catastrophe. It'll be another riot. It'll be something else. When are you gonna get your fucking head straight and focus on your immediate world? Your frequency is so fucked by everything in social media. It is so easy for them to completely just control you. They hate you so much. All the governments of the world, all the organizations of the world literally know that you are the cockroach that is gonna buy what they want you to buy, freak out when they want you to freak out. You think, oh, we're making a they want you to do this stuff. They want the chaos. They want to fucking panic so that they can fucking control you even more. Focus your efforts on yourself.
Facts.
Have you ever wondered what path you should take to sail to Asgard? Well, this is my plan after a lot of people have messaged me telling me they want to team up and go here together. Some of them even said they could provide transport.
Let me get it real big screen and real serious and maybe even real close. Are we going with him, Haven? We talked about... I'm joking, but we talked about the voyage, right? Yo, let's keep going.
So this is my plan. First, we have someone get in a plane and sail around the Antarctic Circle and figure out where the hole is. Then we sail west to the second ring, avoid the Kakagni warriors, go through this passageway, and then back up north, past all these other continents. Then we'll make it to Asgard. But that's not the final destination. Here we'll need to find Thor and Loki or someone, and then make it past this wall or whatever Hyperborea is, so we can finally make it to Valhalla. Here's the thing I'm worried about though. When we get on our cruise ship, which I'm guessing is going to have a few hundred people, should we bring weapons? Because this gate says the Tiger's Gate, and according to mythology, there's a creature, dangerous creature there. So should we actually have cannons on our boat? I don't know if we should, because when we make it to the second ring, all these people on these continents are probably a lot more advanced, and we don't want to make it seem like we're dangerous people looking for a fight.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't want to get shot down with, like, a giant laser can they got on their continent or something.
Completely obliterated.
Check it out. We're at Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
Yeah, I told y'all, hold on. Because I was just saying, what if they got some type of creature, mythological creature, some type of titan guarding the gate? Like, then what? Like, just imagine you got some type of, I don't even know, some type of, I don't know, man, whatever, the Tiger's Gate. Like, is it supposed to be some type of aquatic giant tiger type? I don't know, but you get the picture. What's there guarding the gate? Because it's like, once you get beyond the ice walls, I think the other civilizations, they want us to escape from here. They want us to get out. But you know what? Let me not say too much. Let me go ahead.
Those little tree stumps right there? Looks an awful lot like that right there, don't it? We're gonna take some core samples and we're gonna find out if it's a mountain or if it's petrified wood, so y'all be ready.
It's way bigger than Cardi B and Offset, y'all. It's a distraction.
We're not falling for it, Cardi B. We're not falling for it, Offset. Sorry. We know the powers that be put y'all up to this. Sorry, we know about everything that's going on. Yep. We know the mayor of New York just got indicted and he has ties with P. Diddy. And we know that because right before he got indicted, he gave him the key to the city. We know that Russia is sending threats and NATO is preparing for a huge number of casualties in a potential World War III. We know that there are port workers about to go on strike, and that spells doom for America. Because for every day they're on strike, that is supplies that are pushed back for an entire week. Meaning if they go on strike for even 4 days, it'll be a month of backed up supplies. We know that the current presidential candidates are doing everything they can, pulling out all the stops to win this election. We are locked in as a country, as a people. We are ascending. We see everything that's going on. You can't run from this. No matter who put y'all up to this, to distract us, to distract the people, to create drama.
Stay woke,
you can't run from this. The people see through this. We know everything that's going on, and we are locked in.
I'm gonna let this run, and then I'm gonna say something after that. This shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, but hold on. I'm gonna let it run.
Stop explaining yourself to demons. That's right. Stop explaining yourself to demons. What do I mean? Sometimes you're not talking to a person. You're talking to a spirit. And that spirit is not seeking to understand you or to be understood. It's seeking to cause confusion. Stop arguing with and seeking explanation from a demonic spirit. Stop explaining.
That's crazy, dog. Look, I just told somebody that, and
it got some people, you could be telling the truth. You could be pure coming from your heart, man. They don't accept it, man, because they don't want truth. A demon don't want nothing that's true, man. And people think this shit don't exist, man. This shit real, homie. This shit real.
As Hurricane Helene currently pummels the southeastern United States, did you know in 1958?
You heard that, I think y'all gotta go back and make y'all listen.
Stop arguing with and seeking explanation from.
Gaslighting and all of that, triggering you and all of that. Like, I recently underwent something like that. My own cousin doing some weird stuff. Like, 'cause that's just what he does. He gets his rocks off by aggravating and irritating others to make himself feel better about himself. So I had to realize, like, okay, I got more healing to do because I still get triggered by this stuff. Like, you get what I'm saying? I had to discern that, shake it off.
A demonic spirit. Stop explaining.
That's crazy, dog. Look, I just told somebody that. And it got some people, you could be telling the truth. You could be pure coming from your heart, man. They don't accept it, man, because they don't want truth.
Right.
A demon don't want nothing that's true, man. And people think this shit don't exist, man. This shit real, homie. This shit real.
As Hurricane Helene currently pummels the southeastern
Y'all gotta get up again, Haven. I'll be back.
United States. Did you know in 1958 there was another Hurricane Helene that hit the same area on the same day? Yeah, in 1958 there was a Hurricane Helene, just like there is now. And that Hurricane Helene came up from the south, hit the east coast of the United States, and it made land on September 26th. September 26th. That's the same date that the current Hurricane Helene made land also. Now look, I'm not a big believer in coincidence, but this is something. This is Hurricane Helene 2024. That's big, nasty, and dangerous. And this is one of the few images I found of Hurricane Helene 1958. Look, this is bizarre. This is really bizarre. I know that hurricanes happen near Florida all the time, but they're not always named Helene, and they don't always land on September 26th. So what do you think of this weird coincidence, Booskies? Let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo!
Guys, please listen. Please hear me out. Also, please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Now, we all know that October 1st, the longshoremen are going on a strike, right? For the ports, to get what they are rightfully deserved, right? Well, I'm here at the truck stop because I'm a man for the people, by the people, and I'm also a driver. So check this out. I say November 1st. It's been talked about for years, but nobody has really been able to organize and come in unity. I say November 1st, we park these trucks. I say November 1st, we park these trucks. Because let me ask you guys this question, right? Why are we at the bottom of the totem pole when we do the most work? Why do we not get what we deserved? Why are dispatchers with degrees that do not have a CDL, why do they push us the way they push us? Why do dispatchers make more than truckers? Why are the carriers being pinned against one another by the shippers? Why are diesel prices so high? Why are rates at an all-time low? It's not because of, it's just an election year. That's because of greed. Greed. Why do drivers get treated like crap when we go to these pickups or these deliveries? Why we gotta use porta potties? Huh? Why does the EPA, Wall Street, and the banks get to pick what truck we drive and emissions? Guys, I want to run for union president because I want to get what's rightfully so, what we deserve. And what we deserve is to be treated fairly. Good pay, our voice heard, If we can't get that, and we park these trucks, they'll feel it. Those dispatchers that push you, make them get out that office and get in these trucks so they can see how it feels. If we park these trucks, guys, we have unity with one another. If we park these trucks, we can make a change in history. We could be on the right side of history. Now, my message to the mega carriers is we need your help. We don't need you to see this as a time to undercut us, to come in and get contracts with shippers. Do you want to be on the right side of history, or do you want to be on the wrong side of history? Company drivers, we need your help. We need you to sacrifice something more bigger than yourself. Let me ask you this. What will you have to give your kids in the future? Because if it keep going the way it's going, we're getting pushed out as drivers. This industry is becoming AI. Wall Street and the EPA already control the mega carriers. Guys, sacrifice for something bigger than yourself. November 1st, let's organize. And let's park these trucks. I want all trucks to be parked until we can make a change. Because guess what? We can make a change.
All right, we got to think about getting out of here because this is going to be. James, you all right, bud?
In bumper-to-bumper traffic here on the Howard Franklin. Weather's been nuts here. Look at this. We have snow. We have snow on the side of the road. Snow on the side of the road in the middle of August on the Howard Franklin Bridge northbound. Freaking snow. Unbelievable. What's going on here?
I'm at Emerson Park right now, y'all. Y'all see this? Now, usually, you can't even, the water's so low, and you got steps on the other side of this that you can walk down, and this is where they go tubing at. Now, I happen to see this sign. I want y'all to see what that sign is and versus what that water is. That mug say at that point is 200 feet. 200 feet. That means that this mug is almost 200 feet deep. Wow.
Take a look at this. 1958. Now let's bring that in a little closer. Pay attention to this area right here for what I'm about to show you. My image that I took, the radar image that I took a snapshot of the other night on my live. I think it's pretty close. Peace. Love y'all.
I don't stand by that window.
Yell at the guy outside.
Holy shit.
This morning, a strike is looming at ports along the east and Gulf Coast that could cost the American economy billions of dollars per day and potentially lead to shortages for consumers.
A strike of this magnitude would cripple the U.S. economy.
Dock workers represented by the International Longshoremen's Association are threatening to go on strike Tuesday. The strike would affect 45,000 workers and close to 36 ports from Texas to Maine. Analysts warn a walkout lasting more than a week could lead to major supply chain disruptions. Anything imported could be delayed, including fresh produce, toys, alcohol, and vehicles and parts. Some experts warning if you need your car repaired, get to the dealership now.
If there's a prolonged strike, you could see shortages with fresh fruits and vegetables. Obviously, the automotive Parts sector will be impacted.
The Port Workers Union is demanding higher wages and a ban on automated cranes, gates, and trucks. The U.S. Maritime Allowance, representing the ports, claims the union isn't bargaining in good faith.
The Maritime Alliance has filed an unfair labor practice charge with the National Labor Relations Board in hopes of getting the union back to the bargaining table before Tuesday's contract deadline. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
You literally have crystals in your teeth. We all know that crystals emit frequency and energy, and each crystal has unique properties. Crystals emit frequencies and energy, but they can also transmute energies around you, and they are often associated with bringing in certain kinds of emotions and healing abilities. Dentin, which sits underneath the enamel, is a crystal. It's a crystal that literally sits in your teeth. Here, dentin is a permeable tubular structure representing most of the dental tissue, composed of the organic matrix embedded in a crystalline matrix of apatite. So it's around 70% apatite and 20% collagen and 10% water, just like our bones. Essentially, whatever makes up dentin can be called crystallites. And just like things like palmistry and reflexology and iridology, in ancient traditions, many people have used teeth to understand the emotional irregularities of humans. These are the teeth meridians. Each tooth is connected to a particular organ or system within the body. So if we look at 8 and 9, which represents the kidney and bladder, that's going to correlate to feelings and emotions of fear, shame, guilt, shyness, helplessness, and deep exhaustion. So when we've got issues with these teeth and the meridians that connect to those organs, we're often going to be feeling these emotions. And so if you can read what's happening within the crystals of the teeth, you can understand a deeper psychological and psycho-emotional component of the body. It also makes you wonder why they are removing wisdom teeth. Because the third molar, the wisdom tooth, is connected to the heart. When you take out your wisdom tooth, you are disrupting the connection and the meridian system to the heart. And that's why people who have wisdom teeth removal end up having issues related to heart and circulation and blood. Even mercury fillings. What happens truly when you put metals within the mouth? I even read a study that suggested the increase in non-native electromagnetic frequencies increases the rate in which mercury is released from amalgam fillings. There is so much we do not know about the human body. One needs to look deeper before they start getting their teeth removed.
So I heard this argument in court today. The man didn't have a driver's license, and he said that it is against his constitutional rights for the state of Texas to give him a job and not pay him. And the judge was confused. He said, "What are you talking about?" He said that the driver's license is for a commercial operator's license. So if I have to have this license, then I am employed by the state, and the state is not paying me. I have to drive someone everywhere they need to go, and I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm required to have a license so I can charge. I am being extorted to perform a job for the state for free. I have to have this license to drive a vehicle, but I am not being paid to drive the vehicle, even though I have to have the license to take this vehicle everywhere I need to go. Under the freedom to travel, anything that is a right cannot be a privilege, because privileges can be revoked. Well, you have turned the right of travel into occupation, and you're not paying me for it. The judge said he had to get back to him on that, and I was like, I ain't never heard it argued like that.
Driver's license is one of the major instruments that is used politically to sustain slavery.
when they gave you that driver's license, it was to incorporate you as a corporate person, was not an instrument for identification. It has a picture that represents you, and then it has some phonetic writing on the front that sounds like the name that you have, but that's not you. The picture can't represent you, and the name does not represent you. That name represents a private corporation, or what they call often a straw man too. You notice that grammatically it's incorrect. Why is it incorrect? You capitalize nouns. If you don't capitalize a noun, then it must not be a noun. But if all the letters are capitalized, it's not a proper noun, is it? It's grammatically incorrect if it's directed at a person. Why do you think that was done? Do you think it's accidental? The fact that it expires proves what to you relative to identity? Does your identity expire? Well, why does your identity expire with the driver's license? Because it's not an identification. It's a proof of contract. It's a prima facie instrument used to regulate your economy. They listed you as Negroes, blacks, and colors as corporations and list you as foreigners, and that your working is a corporate activity for capital gains. By you being Smith, Jones, and Johnson, it automatically puts you as a ward of the state so they can impose upon you that license in the first place. You're actually paying a foreign European who you keep calling white and claiming him to be the sovereign of the land, which he's actually a foreigner, who lists you as a foreigner and then lists you as corporation under his name because you've been using his name and you ain't gave it back to them, which makes you legally bound to them. And then you made a contract of moving or driving in this artificiality. And they constantly charge you or make up laws to actually extort from you on a consistent basis. And when you don't pay them, they take back their property, which you turn around and list it and register to them in the first place.
Okay, as of this morning, the longshoremen are on strike, and that means all the docks from Maine to Texas are shut down. But the problem is, this is going to affect you. Everyone who is affected by Hurricane Helene, it will affect you, and it's going to affect us who have not been affected by it. And what I mean by this is like all of the grocery stores, the hardware stores, things like that, they get things from these shipping containers that go to these docks. And now they're not going to be unloaded. So two things are going to happen. Prices are going to go up like crazy, and you're not going to be able to find everything. And that also means companies like Home Depot. Home Depot gets things from these shippers as well. And the problem is these people are trying to rebuild their lives that just literally had everything taken from them. And that also includes the car dealerships. Look, these people have lost their cars as well. So now they're going to have to pay more on a car that they want because there's a supply and demand in effect because they can't get them off the ship. Look, the longshoremen should be paid rightfully what they should be paid. But on the other side of this, we were just absolutely devastated by this hurricane, and now these people are going to have to suffer even more just trying to rebuild. And that's why I think it's so important we talk more about this, because people lost loved ones. They lost everything. They have nothing left from this hurricane. We need to help them any way we can. So if you can donate, donate. If you can give things, give things. But we need to talk more about this.
So Interstate 40 that stretches all the way across the United States from California all the way to North Carolina. Something strange has happened. There's reports talking about where it was damaged throughout Asheville. It could take up to a year to repair it. I'm talking mudslides, like huge sections of the road is completely gone, and then it goes all the way to Wilmington. I'm sure there's a shipping port here or somewhere north or south of it, which is of course where shipping is supposed to be happening, but the ports are also closed. So we have the 40 to 80,000 in that range of workers that are on strike right now from ports, shipping ports, major shipping ports responsible for up to 30 or something % of the imports and exports. They're totally closed down from Maine all the way to Houston. And then we have a situation, look at that thing fold. You wouldn't expect a shipping container to fold like that. The effects of this, the interstate major highways being up to a year before they're fixed and the ports being closed, the ramifications of this could be felt for years. In unrelated news, just yesterday it's been approved to send over $500 million to Taiwan. Where do they get that money? I think we all know the answer.
Hey guys, Off-Grid Dom here. I was just notified. I'm a truck driver, in case anybody wasn't aware. So I got connections with the ports and the railroads and other drivers. 51 truck drivers. 51 trucks who were delivering goods. They were on their way to deliver supplies down to the devastated areas of Hurricane Helene. Well, they pulled into a truck stop to get fuel. Every single one of their trucks, all their tires were slashed. Every one of them. Yet all the other drivers that had nothing to do with what they were doing, they were okay. I'm sorry, if you don't see a problem with that, does anybody else find that highly questionable?
This whole thing with the port workers going on strike is actually the start of the people versus corporate greed. We talking about a labor strike involving over 47,000 people. The port workers are part of the ILA, which is the International Longshoremen's Association. Now, the ILA has 36 ports across the country. Now, the strike started October 1st at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Some say the strike started regarding a contract that expired concerning workers' compensation. This strike could literally affect everything about how the country runs and functions. This isn't fear-mongering, this is actually what's going on. Pretty soon it may be a shortage on fuel, it may be a shortage on food, it may be a shortage on everything that pretty much is the necessities that individuals need. Each day that these workers get on strike actually backs up the country more and more. The way it works is each day that goes by, it creates a backlog of containers and ships. American Farm Bureau Federation economist Daniel Munch told CBS Money Watch a 3 to 5 day strike will take 2 weeks to clear. If it goes into 3-week territory, it will be early January before it gets cleared. It also states that food products are likely to be impacted. This is all part of the collapse of the Saturn and Moon matrix. What you're witnessing is a rising up of the people, all right? People are actually tired of this matrix and tired of this draconian patriarchal system. And you would think that they would just compensate with those people, all right? Especially all the money that they send overseas, that this government sent overseas. You would think that the president would just step in and say, all right, let's take care of these workers. You know, these are hard workers. Let's take care of them. But no, you know, they're straggling it and dragging it along, you know, because we're talking about corporate greed here. Look, they can't take care of workers right here in this country, but since Israel's founding in 1948, it has received $158 billion in military aid from the United States. Jack was right when he said they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Because of it, their actions are going to seriously backfire. I told you America, aka Babylon the Great, is falling, all right? And this is all due to the cosmic ionized particles that are hitting the planet. This ascension process is causing the matrix to crumble. This is why you need to fully focus on preparing yourself for the cosmic shift. You should be consuming large amounts of chlorophyll and detoxing the body from anything unnatural to it. Chlorophyll is the substance responsible for giving plants their green pigment. Chlorophyll is synonymous to blood and is the best hands down for detoxification of the body. Chlorophyll contains a fat substance called mycelium that wraps around unwanted materials to expel them from the body. Chlorella and spirulina in particular are the best for chelation therapy. This is all required to prepare your body for cosmic light co-integration as we move forward in the ascension process. The sun is going to get more and more intense, all right, as it pierces through what's called the magnetosphere. These ionizing particles have an effect on our biological makeup. Pretty soon we are going to convert from a 666 carbon body to a crystalline structure as our 12-strand genetics activate. This is referred to as the crystalline silicate matrix. Currently, all star seeds are going through a mass awakening on the planet. I highly recommend herbs like Haritaki to open your third eye chakra. Haritaki is great for decalcifying and activating the pineal gland. Pineal gland is your cosmic gateway and brain's antenna. It's essential for dream recall, psychic abilities, remote viewing, as well as increased intuition. Everything is going crazy on the planet. This should be your primary focal point. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
Two suns spotted in the sky.
And seeing new variations of frequency. All right, there's a lot of new celestial energy hitting the planet. Today was a solar eclipse, and there's also a new moon today as well. This is why your dreams have been very weird lately. The energy on the planet is currently very intense. Dreams actually been feeling so real, it's been hard to perceive, rather I'm in a third or fourth dimension. This is a sign of the timelines merging in a quantum field. This energy hitting the planet, we're going to start activating, okay? Some of us are going to start activating dormant abilities. If you haven't astral projected yet, you may start astral projecting. You may notice signs of clairvoyance. You may see yourself becoming more psychic. You may start to hear people's thoughts and wonder why you're hearing voices in your head. We are in the midst of a shift that everyone has been talking about. It's very important to ensure that your thoughts are in line with ascension, all right? Right now is the time you can manifest things, whether it's good or bad. So it's important to really ensure that you're focusing on your thoughts and that you're not analyzing things that are nefarious or being caught or captivated by the distractions, all right? The distractions are low frequency. They pull you in your root chakra. And if you actually get put in your root chakra at that particular point in time, you're contrary to your primordial essence. You're contrary to your God mind. This new energy coming in represents a new doorway that you have the ability of walking in. So let's make this doorway something of ascension. Let's make this doorway positive. And we have, as gods and goddesses, we have the ability to create that doorway on the other side, something positive, something optimistic. Everyone should be cleansing herself and preparing for cosmic light co-integration. Ancient Kemet, they showed us in the hieroglyphics that the sun will be transforming the star seeds on the planet. None of the deceptive sun simulators or anything is going to work either, all right? They're going to try to use nefarious technology, but their fall is inevitable. I told you that their objective is to lower your frequency. This is why there's so many food recalls. You have to actually cancel out the genetically modified organisms in all processed food. Right now is the time that you want to terraform with the planet. Planet Tiamat is going through a massive terraforming process as all the celestial cosmic energy hit the planet. And what you want to do is, with the integration of this cosmic light, you want to make sure that your avatar is fully cleansed and pure and ready to step into its ascension process. I recommend consumption of large amounts of chlorophyll. Cilantro and chlorella is the best for heavy metal detoxification. All right, toxic metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury that don't integrate well with the sun. You have to remember, you are composed of divine masculine and divine feminine energy, the Ida and Pingala. The Pingala is associated with the solar energy, and the Ida is associated with lunar energy. Their objective is to throw off your polarity and deviate Ma'at. Also carry packs of 100% chlorophyll. This is something you can simply add to your water during your workout. And while you're simultaneously working out and building your avatar, you're cleansing yourself of all the lead, cadmium, and mercury. If you take the steps that I'm mentioning, it will ensure that you don't have a painful ascension process. This picture is exactly what's going to transpire. We are going to be upgraded from the celestial luminaries. It's going to actually affect our chakra network. But when you have harmful chemicals floating around in your avatar, it makes it very difficult for the alchemical process of light transfiguration. It's also very important you cleanse yourself of all parasitic organisms. Believe it or not, these parasites are sentient extraterrestrial biological entities that attach to your colon and actually travel through your neural network to make it to your brain to implement intrusive thoughts to actually induce the hive mind. In fact, the most common brain parasite is referred to as CNS or sister psychosis. Parasites are actually another form of demonic possession. When they make it to the brain, the first place they travel to is the substantia nigra, which is the portion of the brain that secretes the neural melanin. Once the parasites make it to your nervous system, they substantially eradicate the function of your dopaminergic neurons. A lot of this is provided to us by way of bad food, especially genetically modified food and processed food. In order to eradicate parasites, you need 3 main ingredients. The primary ingredients is sweet wormwood, black walnut, as well as whole cloves. All right, these 3 components not only kill the parasites, but also eradicate their larvae. After killing and eradicating the parasites, chlorophyll could be utilized as a natural binder, all right? Meaning that once you consume chlorophyll, it's going to also remove the deceased parasites and their eggs from your body, as well as any lead, cadmium, and mercury. Listen, these deletes know how powerful you truly are. This is why they implement so many machinations to derail your ascension process. This is why they unalive gods like Dr. Sebi for giving you this type of knowledge. His primary message was to actually stay alkaline as opposed to acidic. And that as long as your pH level is a 7 or higher, that no virus could actually survive in your avatar. During this process, with all this energy hitting the planet, you're going to notice lots of ascension patterns. Also recommend making sure that you're exercising and stretching. Also stay very hydrated and consume lots of H3O2. H3O2 is fruits and vegetables that are high in alkaline content. Although they're compromising the food, we still have to try as best as possible to eat healthy. These are all the necessary steps to ensure cosmic light code integration. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical tools for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
Kill John F. Kennedy. I find it very interesting, to say the least, that they always put these truths in these cartoons where adults don't pay attention because they think it's just for children.
Hold on,
but it's like when our children say
back in time. Hold on now. Yo, I just want to let y'all know I'm going to be watching during the premiere for everything that I missed. But you heard that? Martin Luther, John F. Kennedy. Ooh, wee.
Most outlandish things. We adults look at our children like, what are you talking about? Where did you get this information from? They put it right in their face in the cartoons. That was Sonic from the 1900s, and people are just finding out the truth about what the CIA really did to JFK. And then some people still don't believe that. Some people still don't even believe that MLK was actually unalived by the government. Some people still don't believe that. Now go ask your kids that same type of question. I bet you they know the truth because they be putting these truths in the cartoons. I mean, they always tell you what they're going to do. You just have to pay attention and know what to look for. It's called tell a vision for a reason. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Well, here we are. We're in a completely new world. This is not the same place it was before. I had a dream last night that my bottom teeth were deteriorating, and when I looked in the mirror, I found bugs, like a big cockroach, a big spider, all coming out of inside my teeth.
Ooh.
This tells me that there was a huge ending, a huge death. We have entered a completely new timeline, and I mean, Earth is, we're in Tara. This is the fifth dimension, Tara. That means the collective energy is there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're all the way there yet. I'm not sure, but I definitely can feel the energetic shifts and all of that stuff. Hell yeah, absolutely.
People who are not rising to that frequency are going to be having a really freaking hard time. So if you see people acting out, acting crazy, losing their mind, doing some funky shit to you, this is why. We're now seeing people really exposing their true selves. This is where that whole demon face thing came from, because the frequency is now, it's so many people have ascended their consciousness now that is higher than the lower frequencies, so the scale has tipped. So now those of us who have our pineal very open are seeing things for the way they really are, and those people who don't, everything is being exposed. Everything is being exposed. Have fun!
Okay, this is actually something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But this site is called Final Spark, and they specialize in biocomputing. I've made a lot of videos on organoid intelligence in the past. If you don't know what that is, basically they figured out how to turn human brain cells into a computer, and they've been able to teach them how to play Pong and stuff like that. Kind of scary, but also really cool, because the human brain is 1 billion times more energy efficient than AI. Also, organoid computers actually learn faster than artificial intelligence. Now, the last video I made on organoid intelligence was about a year ago, and it was still in kind of the research phase. But now this company, Final Spark, creepy name by the way, has started this thing called Neural Platform. You can rent out server space on human brain matter. Right now it's brand new, so it's $500 per month, but free for a selected project. And I'm gonna apply for it. So if you want to see me build a chatbot on a human brain, stay tuned.
That's crazy. I don't know, man. If they installing purple lights near you,
They doing everything in their power to turn Philly into Gotham City. Now the city has a new program called RAMP, R-A-M-P, Responsible Alcohol Management Program. That's what RAMP's called. But what they do, they giving licenses to all these smoke shops that's open 24 hours that got these slot machines in there and they selling that synthetic weed, crack pipes and all that. See, they gonna allow them to sell liquor now.
Wow.
But they gonna use it in the terms of like fruit punch, whereas they can get a big 10-gallon jug, put ice in it, and throw whatever kind of liquor they want in it and sell it to the public. And then on top of that, sell it to them 24/7.
Yeah.
So they gonna be allowed to run that scam 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And if you own a bar, you gotta close up at 2 a.m.
Wow.
Y'all be careful.
That's crazy.
This is 169th Street.
What do we do here, dude? Sorry, Dad.
I should have known.
Awesome, dude. You got a good one, dude.
He's bleeding?
Damn it. I'm sorry, Dad. Never seen this before like this. I told you I've never had heard that sound before. And that was loud, and this is why.
You got to stop thinking like a human and start thinking like a God. G-O-D, generator, operator, and destroyer. Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? John chapter 10, verse 34, 35. You know the whole deal. You have to start thinking this way because, okay, here it is. You have to start thinking this way because I'm telling you, the reason, what is the hold up is that the actual gods do not realize they're gods. There's a good movie you need to get. There's a good movie you need to get. You need to get a movie called A Never Ending Story. You thought it was a child movie. And he gets this little book and he goes through this adventure. And at the end of the movie, midway the movie, they say, hell, coming to find out that the little boy that was reading the book of all these magnificent heroes, the other boy on the other side who was going through all the trial was him. And they said, and at the end they said, well, hell, our world is falling down because he doesn't believe in himself. It's all about you. That's the key. You can't, that's the key. This is the real knowledge. There's a mystery of the world, and the mystery of the world is look for no God to save you but yourself, because it's within you. It's within you.
They said something misfired or something. I forget where. The aftershock was crazy.
I'm a longshoreman for LA Long Beach. And LA is fighting against this right here. I'll tell you right now. See that? There's nobody there. Automation. I work at an automated dock. It's no joke. They're losing thousands of jobs. So you got all these machines. Look at all these machines right here. There's no people.
They all ports?
They ain't paying no taxes. They ain't paying no money. This is what ILA is fighting about. This all used to be filled with top handlers, UTR drivers, clerks, all this yard. Look how big this yard is. And there ain't hardly any people on this thing. This is what they're fighting about. Okay. I work at an automated dock right here, Port of LA, Long Beach. Keep fighting, brothers. Keep fighting.
This is Red Lobster. No more Red Lobster. They got the rats attacking the freaking crabs. Stop going to Red Lobster, y'all.
NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers claims he encountered a paranormal being called the Hat Man. Yeah, the Hat Man. The Hat Man is basically a shadow person, a paranormal spirit, demon, or ghost that some people think is just a hallucination from sleep paralysis. Now, I've told this story before, but I myself have seen a shadow being about 5 years ago. The one I saw wasn't wearing a hat, but it did freak me out. Yeah, it freaked me out. Aaron Rodgers, who currently plays for the New York Jets and used to be on my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers, said this whole thing happened in Peru when he was doing some experiments.
Ayahuasca.
So Rodgers wasn't having any sleep paralysis at the time. I'll tell you that. So my question is, What do you think of these paranormal, supernatural beings? Whether it's the Hat Man, a shadow person, a demon, a ghost? Do you think that these things could be real, or are they all just in our minds? Let me know in the comment section, Booshkies.
Real spills,
Shabadoo!
Jaguar Wright claims Lauren London set Nipsey Hussle up.
See, I know Lauren London. Lauren London used to sing backgrounds for me back in the day. And she fell in love with my keyboard player. His name is Omar Edwards. Omar went on to play for Jay-Z after me, after leaving my band. Omar Edwards got Lauren London on to American Idol, which put her in position to meet Nipsey, and then she dumped Omar, who loved her madly, for Nipsey out of nowhere. Moved him out of the way because he was about to give Dr. Sabi to the world all over again, just like Lisa Left-Eye Lopez tried to do damn near 30 years ago. Y'all niggas ain't slick. Lauren London was a contestant on American Idol. She just didn't make it, and when that fell through, the next thing you knew, she was in Nip bed. Now you want to sit up there and talk about it wasn't all what it was hitting for, and you want to talk about this. If you married a Crip, you seed up. You don't get to walk away. And ain't nothing Honeycomb can do. Isn't it funny how her sister was working for him? Isn't that interesting? I guess that was part of the payment. Your sister got to get a job working for the devil. Because I'm accusing you now, Lauren. You work with Diddy to line up your baby daddy. Sue me if I'm lying.
Sue me if I'm lying. She's dead ass.
Desperate starlets.
She's standing on business
to line up the niggas that they want out of the way. Because the easiest way to get rid of a mother is to put somebody in their bed.
That makes sense. Think about it. Frequency forks, tuning forks. Look at this. Interesting. Pretty interesting. That's the end of the presentation. I know. I missed the majority of it because I was busy, but I'm going to be here watching the premiere with you guys. So pardon you feel me? If you enjoyed, I hope you did. I hope you're in a wonderful, magnificent mood. If you wasn't, I hope you are, because this is the end of the video. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. If you've been here from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Haven. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see me will be returned 100-fold as the Most High uses you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity to you and yours. It really does help. It never goes unnoticed. It really does. So, that being said, if you like the same links in the description, about tab on the channel, your Haven, love and unity. I'm up out of here. If you watch this tonight, safe travel in the Astros. And if you watch this during the middle of the rotation, have a wonderful, magnificent rotation.
I'm out of space, I'm flawless. I know slowing down, let's speed it. Taking off, I'm taking off. Buckle up,